Hey there, scrappy friends. Suzanne here in the studio today with a quick video. It's getting to be the end of the year, so that's when I always look around the studio and at things that I really should have already gotten to. And one of those things was my February counterfeit kit. Yes, February. This is one where I incorporated a lot of my 100 pattern papers. So I decided I better get out and play with it for a while, and I had some downtime in between all the cyber shopping and the actual delivery of gifts that needed to be wrapped. So here is the first one, and this is actually based on a sketch out of the Counterfeit Kit Club's Facebook group. In December they had a lot of daily challenges, and this sketch was one of them. So this was really fun. It had a lot of sprinkling of embellishments right here, and then I kind of extended it. So it was a good way to use up several different pieces of paper. And it was kind of my warm-up. Let me show you here. Here's where you have one of these border stickers off a sticker sheet that's not going to go all the way across. So you can split it and add a little accent in there. And then I tried to do a visual triangle of 3 little black accents. So I thought this turned out really cute, and it was fun to play with. Anytime you get to play with all the different bits and bobs. Okay, then there was another sketch in there that I used for this one. And this is real fun. I just love this photo play paper. I thought it was so eclectic. And so I've matched it with, this is what's actually on the other side. And then a recent piece of paper that came into my possession had these little ties, which you don't really see much on this side. And then they had just 3 little embellishments on the sketch, but I decided to go ahead and use these cards. Today, memory photo. And then over here we have a tag, and then I've echoed with 3 labels for journaling. And then I got out some washi tape too. So I like how this turned out. I got to use some of these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, off of an old Teresa Collins. I will link up that kit making video so you can kind of go back and see all the stuff I had in here. Since it is the end of the year, once I got done with these layouts, I went ahead and I took it all apart, my kit all apart. I didn't want to carry it over to next year. I need to go and count, see how many of the 100 pattern papers I still have left. I would guess it's about 15 is what I might still have left. If I figure that out, I'll post it in the comments. So be sure to come back and look at those. And then this was a fun one. I had wanted to use these 2 pieces of paper together, and I don't know if you remember, but this wood grain actually has love written in one corner. So I had to rotate it and then figure out how to a way to cover up a couple of different corners. But I really like the way the star picture works with the wood grain. And then I had scraps of this that you saw in the prior layout. So this one was real fun too. And all of these embellishments were from one single pack. I can't remember who made it, but so cute. My son has a dachshund, son and daughter-in-law. He's just the sweetest thing. And now he's getting old, so I'm sure I've got pictures I can put on these. Okay. Next up. Then I had thrown in a 49 Market Vintage Artistry Tranquility set of embellishment clusters. It comes in a kit together, and it makes 4 different very involved clusters. Well, I actually added a few more things to this. Here I used some paper. I believe this was by Paper Rose, and I used some of that Mercury cardstock I had put in, And then I used their cluster, but then I kind of just spread it out a little bit and then added in some other things from my kits. And then I just like they had these four like Polaroid frames, and they had them in two of the different clusters. So I went ahead and put them all in one cluster, and then I did a little extra stuff down here at the bottom. So I really like how this turned out. This is so pretty. So I took the clusters they had given me, and then I just embellished my embellishment clusters. All right, and then although the second one isn't exactly a companion page, it would work well as a companion page in the album. Here again, we have a different cluster. Again, I've added some of that Mercury cardstock, and I've added some twine on the buttons. And then I've used a smaller photo here, 3.5 by 5. So, and then I put a lot of mixed media in the kit, but so I did use a little bit. I did do a little sponging through a Tim Holtz stencil on this one. And then I also cut with a decal scissors, and then I crumpled a couple of my corners. So we did a little distressing without getting too messy. So there's that one. And then here's the last. This is paper that I'd actually gotten after the kit that is a Tranquility sheet. So I added this in and then went ahead, and here we've got elements of 2 different clusters that they had. I really like this window where they've got flowers behind it. And then I got all of this. So I pretty much used everything except for just a few little pieces of chipboard. And then here I've used the Mercury glass background paper. So all these have a little bit of shine to them. And then I used sort of rhinestone kind of gems to pick up that glitter elsewhere on the page. Okay, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed those. Those are really 2 different vibes, the very vintage 49 and Market, and then the more iconic photo play pages. Photo Play, Echo Park, and Simple Stories, I think, were those. All right, as always, I appreciate your time and attention. Bye for a bit.